Yes, Chris, I am super excited to see this beautiful woman, and she's just so inspiring. Just looking at her journey, and just I'm anxious.
I mean, she's a world traveler. Okay, she's a supermodel. She's a chef, gourmet chef.
Hmm.
She likes goes around the world and decorates people's mansions. They pay her to do this. I need to get to Spain and get on the payroll. She's rich, and she goes to different countries, but the most important country she's gone to that I really love is Egypt. And she's really into Egypt as I am, and I'm looking forward to have some conversation about that. And she's into meditation. She's into exercise. Her exercise routine is off the chain, and me being a physical trainer, personal trainer, that's important to me, and I'm impressed by that. She keeps her body in tip-top condition along with her daughter. She works with her daughter, right? She calls her Eris. She's raising an Eris, right? And she's just as awesome, right? And we'll be able to talk with her today too. Why don't you give us a little read of the bio and let our friends know who's coming?
Yes, it's an honor. YAMAYA Faye is a multi-talented entrepreneur beginning her career in modeling and working with various fashion houses and companies in New York, Los Angeles, London, and Milan. With 20 plus years in the industry and her personal knowledge, she rapidly became a highly sought after life coach, public speaker, and consultant for fashion imagery, social etiquette, and empowerment organizations and agencies. In 2009, YAMAYA ventured out of the US to expand her brand and creativity into Europe by becoming a designer, participating in various fashion weeks across the US, Europe, and Africa, interior and exterior designing multi-million-dollar luxury villas in the top tourist destination, Spain, all while raising her heiress, Jacqueline. This great venturing, she has always understood the importance of self-empowerment, personal development, and creating her own style. She founded Create Your Own Identity, providing holistic life coaching, image consulting, and empowerment speaking services to individuals who desire to create their own identity and lifestyle. And that is the beautiful and multi-talented YAMAYA Faye.
That's awesome. Listen, do we want to play the little short clip right now? What do you think?
Absolutely. Let's
all right, let's take a look at it so we can see this woman is incredible. I know you just got to get it together. I know I threw you under the bus with that. I'm sorry. But I just want them to see the quality of, just all that she does. It's just amazing.
Absolutely. And this video is a very great introduction to who she is, what she's doing.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
No worries. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad y'all hanging out with us today, this morning. Okay. And again, we have the amazing YAMAYA Faye, live from Spain. We're queuing up pretty much her little commercial, right? Little bio, little picture. She has her own like TV production situation that she does that she takes all around the world with her. It's incredible. Just incredible.
You ready for it?
Yeah, knock it out, Candace, my girl. Come on, Candace. Come on, Candace. Here we go.
And there it is, Chris. Chris, you're muted.
Oh, okay. Am I muted? How am I now?
You're back. You're back.
Okay. I didn't know what happened. I didn't touch nothing. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so glad to present to you this morning, live from Spain, YAMAYA. YAMAYA, where's she at?
Hello, belongs. Hola.
Hola, look at you. Look at you. How are you, YAMAYA?
My amigo. How are you,
Yes,
beloved?
I
How
am
are you?
fine. I am, first of all, let me say thank you so much for agreeing to do my show. Okay.
Ashe. Most
You,
definitely, beloved. Most definitely.
you know I'm on this journey of trying to heal my fam and my
Yeah.
community and eventually the world, by one heart at a time, and we can do. And I think you're an integral part. Now listen, YAMAYA, from your mouth to our ears, how did you become this icon? How did you become this icon, this thing, this beautiful thing?
Well, I know what. Look, you know some things. I don't know. What? Am I really? Am I really?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Oh, listen, of course, it's been a journey, like most of us. We journey out, venture out, especially once we start trying to figure out what it is that we want to do in our life, and what better services us, you know? So I would say it's incredible how much I've had to go through to get to a certain point. But then once you're in that point, you realize why you went through those certain things so you can make better decisions. But I'm a free spirit, you know, I'm a Pisces and a dreamer, and we dream big. But you know, after a Pisces has kind of been through some things, she's matured and wise. She knows how to use that wisdom and apply application to it. And just keep going, you know, just keep going.
Now you're from Chicago.
No.
Or?
I'm originally I was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Traveled, yes, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and we've traveled different places. So before I left the United States, I was in Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why did you leave Chicago to go Spain, Morocco, all these places? And you've been over there for so long. What made you take that turn in your life?
Okay, well, the biggest thing is after being in the United States, I mean, clearly you can see the state of the world, and all of the clarification that's coming up about each part of the, you know, different parts of the world, let's put it that way.
Talk to me.
I was always in pursuit of things that were, to most people, outside of the box thinking. Good. You know, I wanted to do what they said I couldn't do. And I mean, that's even people in my own community that look just like me. It was like, why are you doing that? You know, that's something.
Now, what exactly was that though, YAMAYA? Modeling or what exactly?
It was modeling. It was doing my own business, because at that time too, you know, it's kind of like, right. What you want to do your business? You're just pretty. You know, it was that type of thing. And then the business that I wanted to do, of course, modeling. And then getting into designing and personal etiquette for major companies and agencies. I just did, our community wasn't into being what we would call excellent now. We call this excellent, Black excellence, you know, in a global scale. I wanted to be international when we were told that we just had to go get a job. You know, I was like, okay, I can get a job, but that's not going to get me, or, you know, what it is that I desire. So I've always wanted my business, regardless of me having all of the qualifications at one time, going to others and asking, how can you help me? And them looking at me crazy or not knowing themselves, this type of thing. So
they weren't really, you didn't find the support.
No.
Exactly. Well, listen, come on now, talk to me now. And that's real. It's so hard to find the support from our own. And what you did was you said, okay, that's cool. Right. And you took it somewhere else. And sometimes we have to leave. Okay.
No, you do have to jump outside of the box. And I was doing that. And it was a bit challenging as well. I mean, being a single mother to, twin boy, and you start to just do certain things, you give up certain jobs, and you go through certain elements that you realize each time that for most people would say having faith, taking that leap of faith.
That's
each
right.
time that I took that leap of faith, not all the time did I land smoothly. It was like,
right. Right.
However, the depth is I kept seeing that I was still achieving something where people that, in our community would kind of go, okay, why are you doing it? That's white. What's white? I didn't understand.
Right,
I wanted to go to the golf course too. What's wrong with me going to the golf course? What's wrong with me, going to the opera or theater? What? Why? I mean, something innately, and I would say that's definitely the ancestors, were telling me, listen, this is who you are. This is who you are. And for a long time, I didn't realize that inner voice was telling me, this is who you are. My ancestors was like, hello.
Right.
Come on over here. We're here. We're all over. We are international. We're not framed into a box of literature, of history that nobody else has researched, but those that keep passing you this old book.
Right.
So that was the jumping point for me. That was like, okay, I gotta go. And going into corporate America, trying to do that particular thing was just a whole nother animal. People wanted to put ceilings, corporate had such big ceilings. So I was seeing a lot that was about to occur. It was already happening, but let's say it was about to be exposed. Spiritually, I saw a lot, and just doing a lot of traveling. It was one of those things that, okay, yeah, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. It's not enough space to spread out.
And you know what? And a lot of times, because people have a limited consciousness,
yes,
they try to hold you back.
Ashe.
Right, you know what I'm saying? And it's no fault. It's just that they don't know any better.
Yeah, exactly.
Just because you can't do it doesn't mean someone else can't do it. So what you should do is not choose to not support them, but indeed support them and vocally let them know, hey, we're behind you. I know you can do it. We need to learn a little bit more about that. But also what's important, it was like for me being in Atlanta and moving to New York to achieve a dream for my daughter. Had not I left Atlanta, it never would have happened. So sometimes it's just known that you have to be able to leave where you are, get out of the box. And a lot of times that's when it will come. People will appreciate you more. So you went on. Now, where was the first stop? Was it Spain? Was it when you left Chicago?
Milan.
It was Milan. And when you landed in Milan, did you already have it all set up, or were you?
No.
That's what I'm talking about. I love that. Yeah.
No, not at all. I mean, the depth of it. I mean, I'll give you just a little bit of the depth of even before I left. After going through so many challenges, I mean, the depth of being homeless, losing everything that you had built from running a modeling agency and teaching and modeling. And then you go to it's like, hello, you hit the pavement. Then you had to even be more strategic. Of course, talking and speaking with people that were outside of the box and other people that were going through certain situations. It's kind of like, okay, let's just go ahead and let's go over here. But the depth of that is because for me, I didn't mind going into a restaurant where there was only Cuban people in there, but I wanted to go in there and see what was happening. I want to go where the boss is at. I want to go where all the entrepreneurs. So I would be the only woman in a man's club. That's me.
I
don't care. I need to know what they talking about.
That's right.
That's what I want to know.
That's right.
So going to these different places, of course, you research certain things, but you can't totally secure and know all of the elements that would take place once you get there, because you still have to walk and till that particular land. So going to Milan, it was going there and doing things for skincare and dealing with all of the different areas of what we would call, of course, racism. There's still racism everywhere, but in different degrees and variations. And then here you go, here's this model like girl, you know, this melodic, as they would call it, melodic, this melanated woman coming in, and she's demanding the same thing that the men are demanding, you know.
Right.
Like, no, I can do this too, but at the same time also dealing with myself. So I like what you said when you were like, sometimes you have to leave outside of the areas that you're in.
Yeah, you do.
That is jumping outside of the box. But the other part of that is I had to jump outside of the box of the self. What I thought I was supposed to be based on how I was raised, who I was around, what they thought, because all those things are also implement a lot into your life until you start to clean those things out and search out yourself. For yourself, you realize what's yours and what's not yours, this type of thing. But each step in that takes a lot of, you know, girding. It's the same thing when you decide to jump and move your physical body to another location. You must go in and search the things out for yourself. So you can do some, but once you get there, you got to keep going. So,
right. And another thing is that you have to be fearless. You know, you have to make a move like that, or the moves that I've made or other people. It takes, you know, you have to be fearless, you know. And one of the things that the Greeks once said, that fortune always favors the bold and unafraid. Okay. Fortune always, you know, gives love to the bold and unafraid. And so a good point is, people that are listening, if you are to achieve your dreams, cancel fear and go on and get it. Go on and get it. You know what I'm saying? Because what? You ain't got nothing to lose. If you stand there in fear, you ain't got it.
No,
you ain't got it.
The depth of that, I start realizing when I would get into a certain fear, I start asking, okay, why am I afraid? What's going on? It can only appear the same way again and again. What's the saying too? They said, you know, the devil can only repeat itself again and again. Okay, well, you know, there's different layers to that too. We can go deeper with that, but we won't, because this is
I feel. Yeah.
This is the part that you're just like, okay, well, why am I fearing this? Okay, I survived it once. Okay, I survived it again. I got better the next time. So it constantly makes you master yourself, your internal. So your internal will help you execute. No, not all the time will you be like, yeah, I slid right in it. You know, it's just, you know, once you get there, because you have owned yourself, that you're willing to believe in yourself or show up for yourself. And that, I could say for myself, is the biggest thing that I've learned through all of my highs and lows, is that I own myself. I have to own and wake up and support myself.
That's right.
That's right. To take hold of that. Anybody that comes along, you and any Eris, anybody, y'all bringing me these vibrations that can only help, benefit. Right. But if I don't take that for myself and just be like, okay, why am I fearing? What is this doing? How is this affecting my health? Because that was the other thing. It started to affect my health. You know, I could see it was affecting my health. I'm like, what the freak? As soon as I get into overthinking or fear, my glucose would shoot up. You know, stress, you know, causing cortisone, you know, just getting all this like, what is this? Why am I sick? And then I looked around at surrounding people, whether friends or family, and I could see the continual, you know, they call this generational curse. Darling, generational curses happen throughout different layers, not just food, mentality, the way you think, your application of how, because you only adapt to the areas that you're around until you decide to jump outside of that. Right. And of course, people look at you crazy. They think you lost your everlasting man. Why you?
Right. And you know what? Like, I have my classes Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and it's my exercise classes. And we always start out in meditation. We always end in meditation. And I always let them know in the beginning, it's like, you know what? Today is gone. You know, we're facing the sunset. That's gone. Today, let that go. Let that go. Be right in the present moment. And right in this present moment right now, you are just fine. You are just fine. Don't worry about tomorrow, because it ain't here yet. It ain't here yet. So we deal right in the present moment. Why? Because we want to be able to release that stress. because it will cause you to get sick.
Yes.
And so you made a very important point, and that's
And
what
eat
we're all
wrong
about.
stuff.
You will say that again?
Yes, and eat the wrong things. I mean,
And eat
because
the wrong
food.
things.
Okay, I got one for you. You know, I'd be like, okay, people don't talk about they don't get high. I don't drink alcohol. Yes, you do. You eat food. Food
That's
is a
right.
stimulant. Hello,
That's
it's
right.
gonna give you energy. It's gonna alert you. It's gonna make you feel a certain way. Up, down. You get high, but what kind of high you get?
That's true. That's true. Because sugar will get you high as hell. Sugar gets you high as hell, and it is as addictive as cocaine. People don't understand that. Right, right. So we know that even from the Greeks, Hippocrates said, your food is your medicine, and let that medicine be that food. It can either kill you or heal you. You know what I'm saying? What we eat, which is a great transition because you're going to do some cooking for us.
Yes, I'm going to do some cooking. I'm going to do a little cooking. I am going to do my harvest greens, and they are so freaking, they're just really, really good. Okay. First and foremost, because I love collard greens. How many of us actually know somebody that don't like collard greens? Mustard, turnip greens.
Well, but a lot of white folks don't know. I talk to my white friends. They tell me, "What is that?" I said, "What is what? Collard greens." Think it's a black. No, it's my experience. That's all I'm saying.
You know, no, but I understand. Hello, you travel around. People don't know what collards are.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Right.
They're like, "Oh, what's this?
What is that?" Right.
So these greens, I just decided because I did have to learn how to cook for a family at a young age, and I also had to learn how to cook quite healthy because of family issues with diabetes and different things of this sort, right? So I had to learn really what is good for the family overall, as well as what was good for me. And then I was also on that journey of, modeling. So at that time, I'm almost 6'2", 150, slim, but I got a big old behind. And I was trying to get smaller to fit into this box, but I was already out of the box. So I had to learn all these different elements in food, these divine three.
Now, also what I saw, Queen, was you went to cooking school. I saw those videos, you and your daughter. Yeah. Oh my God, the stuff that you was making is off the chain. How did that help you in your cooking?
Yes, okay. Because I'm from a family that knows how to cook. Okay, there's Southern food, so there's extra stuff, cholesterol.
Yes.
So, but I knew that particular thing wouldn't help. So with me being able to travel around, I love to cook because to me, food is like making love. I love to see people's expression when I would cook the food. And for me, also, it was very creative. To be able to create, I love to create. And so I was like, okay, so I'll do this. And I started baking first, muffins and breads and all this. Then I got into, dressings, stuffings, and I went, okay, so now that I have this level of understanding, especially then once I started to travel. So by the time I got to Milan, because I had Italian friends in Florida and that owned restaurants, so I would create stuff and they would put it on the menu, which was freaking cool. I love you guys. I love you.
Okay.
So we would do this particular. I would go to different places and just learn how to cook the food that was in the region. And me making focaccia and pasta for Milanese men at business meetings, and I was still in the meeting. They're looking like, va bene, tutto bene. They're like, what? So grabbing hold to all of these different cultures, which I love Mediterranean food,
I do too. So, well, I mean, I went to Greece and I love that food. Oh my God. And you know what I noticed? Though? And I mean, I've been around the world. Anyway, so what I noticed was I would eat the food And it was the flavor was just bursting in my mouth, right? I'm like, what the hell? I don't get this at home. And someone came to me and said, hey, and you won't, because you're going to be spoiled now. When you go back home, I was like, what? Get out of here. I mean, we have tomatoes, we have this.
Yep.
But their Greek salad was totally different than the Greek salad here.
Yes.
And when I got home, I was totally disappointed. People don't understand the flavors.
It's so processed. It's so processed. It's almost like it's how we call this, a very skimmed version of the real thing. And that's the place you go in the world. For me, it seemed like everywhere I went in the South, it didn't matter what part of the world, the food had more flavor. It had more zing, because those were people that actually had to tend the field and make everything that brought that flavor. So going, I said, well, how can I sharpen my particular skills that makes it even more international? And because we like to travel, as you know, I said, okay, so Eris, let's step up the game here a little bit. How about we do, become retreat chefs? Because to take all this, because we're coming out with our cookbook and I've gathered everything.
Yay, you coming back on. You coming back on.
So
I want to know.
So I decided to take this class, and this class was more to allow me to make things even more plant-based, because I love peanut butter. I love, being able to have moist cookies and things of this sort. And we're talking, okay, you got to put some butter in it, or you got to, but there's so many tricks. And I call them tricks because there's things that you didn't know about.
Right.
But they're very good for you. So being able to make my own cheese, from nuts, and to make the more, what I call elegant side of YAMAYA, that I love my finer cheese with wine swirled in it, but I know that over time you can't be having a whole bunch of cheese. You can't. So it has to be plant-based.
You blocking stuff all up in there.
All this. So my deal was to go and explore in a different territory, and also to achieve that retreat chef, so I can cook anywhere in the world gourmet food that's good for you.
That's right. Okay, well, let's see what you got. Take us. What's happening?
Okay.
What we got going on?
Okay, so as I said, we all cook. Most of us know everything about collard greens, this type of thing. If you were anything like me, you had to be in the kitchen and help prep. So you were doing the cleaning of the greens, the picking, all this.
That's right.
Thankfully, I have an heiress now. She can do that part for me, the prep.
So she's the sous chef. She's the sous chef. I think that's what a sous chef does. Okay.
Exactly. But
just letting you know I know my stuff. That's all I'm saying. Don't keep calling me.
So you make sure that you go ahead and get your kale, because this is the divine three, the harvest. So we're going to use our kale. We're going to use spinach as well.
Okay.
And the depth is we can use cabbage. Now, red cabbage.
Love that. Love that.
Red cabbage, yellow pepper, as well as red pepper, white onion and red onion, and some olive oil with a little bit of Himalayan salt. Okay.
Love that.
It's very simple. And then here, what we're going to do is what I call my corn fritters, but you can do almond. Spelt flour if you want it as well, but it's very simple. So this is bell pepper, red pepper, as well as jalapenos, and very simple things. Okay, and we're talking about most of us make cornbread. All of us know how to make cornbread, but to do it more healthy, more plant-based, and I'm not saying that you got to go just jump and be all vegan, all plant-based. You work it based on according to your timing and your work effort. That is up to you. You are the only one that can master you. You can have assistants, me, you, anybody else.
That's right. That's right.
You would have to be the one to master that particular thing. So
now, one thing that's important, just to let my fam know, is that you can always replace ingredients with other type of ingredients. Okay. So for me, that almond flour definitely will be used.
And spelt. Today I felt like corn because of how I'm going to make the greens.
Got it.
And really good, really good. The other thing is when I mentioned the corn, as well as even with the almond flour spelt, you can use more of a dry egg, a vegan egg, powder, and you can also use I didn't do it this time, but it's some in the refrigerator. You can use sea moss, things that after you've already blended it down, so you can give that moisture that you would normally get from an egg. You can do it with that. Yeah.
But you know what? I just started on that sea moss. I got it from a Facebook friend of mine. Yeah, Tess Taylor. She sent me that. She's starting to distribute that. I've been taking it. It's been doing me very well. Thank you, Tessie.
Yes, I like mixing it in my smoothies as well as my soups. I put it in the salad dressing, multiple things, because once you clean it and take it, done the right nutritional things to it to prepare it properly so you can put it in the refrigerator, you can add it to whatever. Because the depth is, it's really tasteless.
It is. And you know what? I just go straight gangster and I just take me a tablespoon every morning. I just go in the jar and just swish it around in my mouth, swallow it down. And that's the way I do it. That's just the way I do it. Okay.
I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm going to go ahead and start heating up my pan, kind of the medium heat. I'm going to start with the fritters. Okay. So again, it can be almond, spelt, corn, this type of thing, as well as it can be very plant-based all together. It can, because I'm like everything in moderation. All right. And based on your growth. So sometimes I feel my body's like, nope, I need to go have some fish. I need that fish right now. I need more omega. I need all of it just constantly.
Right.
So for me, as long as you're doing what is best for your body, how your body functions, because you're the only one that can resonate in it, live in it.
That's right. Hey, talk about that all the time. Know about that resonance.
So I've got the pan heating on medium, and I'm going to speed it up really quickly. I've already kind of diced up some and prepared most of it, but I am going to add some more jalapenos to it and put into the batter, and then I'll show you a little bit because I like things to be cute as well. I like it to.
Well, you know what? That's everything.
Presentation.
That's everything.
No, it does, because we eat with our eyes first. Most people.
That's right.
Most people go, oh well, I'll just eat that. Now that means that it doesn't have to look nice, for me to eat it. Really? No.
Right.
No, you ate it. I mean, if you think about it, that's why junk food is so popular. It looks delicious, doesn't it? The presentation on it is all pretty and nice. They're selling it to your eyes. So I like things to have a beautiful presentation as well. So all I did was added the jalapeno.
Bring it up to the camera. Bring it up to the camera.
Oh yes, most definitely. Can you see that?
Okay.
All I did was add the jalapeno, the cilantro, as well as the peppers. And as it's really hot, I'm gonna let it get kind of hot. And what I do is I use my little cooking sheets. See my little square?
Okay.
Yes. Everything is presentation as well. I like to make love to people's bodies, their eyes, honey, when they look at their food.
You like what? Your mom, you like what? What was that?
I like to make love to people with my food.
Okay. Oh, I see.
Make them all just relax.
I understand.
Okay.
I've had many a night with some whipped cream. Okay, so.
Okay.
I understand. Yes.
Okay, so basically, I'm just gonna let the pan is basically hot, so I'll go in and add. It's really thick, by the way. And when you
go ahead.
When you do this, everything is about your consistency. Of course, you can. If you're only making food for yourself, then why do you need 2 cups of flour? Why do you need, this type of thing? So your proportion size, and I basically get it where it's kind of thick. Yeah, it's better. I should have showed you like this.
Yeah. Okay.
You see it?
Okay, I see it. Right.
If anybody's ever made pancakes, this is how you want the batter to be kind of thick, as well as if you can hear, maybe, the stove, the skillet is quite hot.
Okay. Yeah, I wish the camera was over there, but that's cool. It's all good.
Yeah. So I put them in, and because it's fairly hot, it should not take that long. And as I said, I kind of already started making them. Now, use your tongs. If you're going to do it this way, you don't have to do it this way, of course. You can make them into little round pancakes, which I do sometimes, especially when I'm doing a bean dish or a lentil, something like that, where it's pancakes. And then we can just fold it over, peel it off, and like we would do at home, the greens and everything together with our fingers.
Right.
So I basically just let it cook up a little bit. Now, when you use your tools for your frying, do make sure you use your tongs. I mean, I do sometimes get gangster and just put my hand on the metal thing.
Yeah, that's gangster.
Yeah, I do. I haven't gotten burnt, but the heiress comes in. What are you doing? Okay, so you get a point. So we use our thumbs, and our thumbs will just kind of shake it around a little bit.
Okay. Now, are you cooking it the same as we do our pancakes, where we look for those bubbles?
Yes.
I'm not a cook.
Yes, very good point. You most definitely allow it to get bubbled. I wish you could see it a little bit, but I'll show you. It basically bubbles up into a little square. I don't know if it'll work though. I don't know. Can you see that?
Yeah, a little bit. Right.
You see them sliding, right?
Yes. Okay. I see it. We see it.
Okay. So, they're going to stay in place. I used my olive oil, which is basically a little on the pan. Okay. Both dishes will use very little oil. I'm trying to use everything as natural as possible, because facts are too, our food is much better for us if we don't cook it. Like vegetables and stuff. We're not supposed to cook them so much, That's why raw foods are really good, but not all of us want to eat raw all the time. We want it cooked a little tender.
Right. We have a tendency to cook it so down that we cook out the vitamins and the minerals.
There you go.
Yeah, and that's you have to be conscious of nutrition. The taste is good, but please concentrate on the nutrition, because it keeps you healthy. It keeps you well.
Exactly. So I just kind of let them get where they're sticking. Kind of sticky, of course, like pancakes at the bottom. They'll get nice and brown at the bottom, this type of thing. Along the sides, because you're using the kitchen tool that is made for that, it will eventually just slide off, or sometimes I take my little butter knife if it tries to get, funky on me, and as I'm moving it around, I slightly just go along the sides.
Right.
So I can take it completely out. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Can we see how that looks in the pan by itself, hanging, chilling? Okay. Yeah.
Yes, baby. I'm gonna show it to you, handsome.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Most definitely. Let's see if the other ones are ready, and then I'll show you. I'll show you that.
What's the temperature? What's the weather like where you are?
Ooh, right now, my goodness, it was late. What was 38 or 9, I guess, Celsius. Yesterday, I thought. I don't know what it is today. I'm up on the hill, and the sun, oh my God, the sun is just hot. Okay.
It's hot. Okay.
It's just hot. Okay, so I can show you this before I turn them over. You can can you see that now?
Okay. Yay.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that looks good.
So then we just turn them over. And
like French toast.
Yes, there you go, baby. There you go.
This is like French toast,
awesome.
which I love.
It's the same. I use the same technique when I'm doing my like pancakes, French toast. And of course, the almond flour on that on my French toast and pancakes. As well, the other thing when you're doing that, instead of you wanted to do pancakes, instead of using egg, you know, you can use other things like a banana. Just allow the banana to get very ripe. Yes, right? love the banana to get very ripe. Yeah. I do a lot with bananas. Over here, I've got all my bananas, the Platano, the little small ones, the big one, and I do allow them to get very mushy, and you can use that, and it gives you that suave feel that you love in that moisture in your cakes and, you know, succulent type of things, darling.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ, YAMAYA, you just...
Okay. I said I like to make love to people.
Yes, you do. I need some water.
When they be ready.
Okay.
Okay, so basically we got a few more minutes, just a few more minutes, and then those are completely finished. They are really, you can spice them up. You can make them as plain as you want to. You don't have to put the cilantro and the red and green pepper in there or jalapeno pepper. You can make them it's your choice. I've made them where it's just simply more of, some people don't eat garlic, but making a garlic loaf.
I love garlic.
Garlic loaf, and you can drizzle in those, the spices that you want, all the herbs that you want. It's really good. But again, here we go. There's a little tip too, because I've done that as well, is when you liquefy your sea moss, you can blend it into that as well. So you're constantly putting it into your body if you're, you know, on a new sea moss cake or you're already into it.
I get it.
Okay, so these are done. Okay, so this is really quick. All right, the depth is the more, the preparation is where the work is, you know? So if you prep everything, if you're kind of like me, I like to be able to have meals already done, because that gives me more time to other things, business-wise, you know, or even just be out in my garden.
I got it.
Okay.
Now the food you grow, when you say your garden, what do you have in your garden? That's the tomatoes, the onions.
Now,
beautiful.
You know, do you remember my garden? A really big garden. Now I have a smaller garden. The Golden Princess. Do you remember the Golden Princess?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yes, beloved. So I loved, let me show you these. I already had prepared some already. Okay. Because I know it's going to be dinner time once we get. Right. So, I mean, they're just, you see that? This is really thick.
Yes.
This is really good, not just with these divine greens, beloved, but this is good if you're going to do like beans on, you know, on the side.
It is, yes.
If you're having a little party, you do them in a little, and they're attractive as well, darling. They're quite attractive.
Presentation, the look is everything. It looks very delectable.
So, back to the garden. So I would have lemons, limes, raspberries. We had banana, oranges, and I think that was it. I had tons of roses. I was going for the black rose. Now my garden is much smaller.
Now, when you say the black rose, now you have like the black rose couture or some sort of fashion line that you put together. Am I right or am I wrong? No,
you're absolutely right. That was the Black Rose collection. And it was all of my clothing. The couture was based on experiences of the life. I didn't want to just dress women in a nice dress. I wanted to dress them from the inside out, which atypically is what happened for myself. So that's all that I can produce. Another good reason why you need to take care of self, because when you take care of self, you can't help but to emulate that to someone else. And that helps. So the collection, Black Rose, because I'm a Black Rose.
That's what I'm saying.
I wanted women to feel like they were a rose. They didn't have to get one, but they are that. So
That's right.
they would show that. And the collection is red and black. And I absolutely love it. It was a coming out for me, another stage for me. Each collection, my first collection that I really went international with that was the hibiscus. And anybody know anything about hibiscus? You know, it's pink, it's that fuchsia color, it's birthing, it's coming out. So that each collection has done something for me. I had, the purple royalty, and then tulip, and then the black rose.
I remember that.
The black rose is like, you know what? What's good, baby? I'm here now. What's good? This type of thing. All right, so I am oiling this while we're talking. I'm kind of still allowing the pan to stay heated and just prepping it for our greens. But before we do that, I want to show you, basically, go ahead and cut up the rest of the ingredients, and we're going to throw all of our onions, yellow and red pepper, as well as the red onion into the pan first, okay, with just a little bit of oil. Okay, so I'll be chopping, we can continue talking, but just letting you know what I'm doing. So, do you eat these? Do you like
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Do you like them roasted or stuffed?
I like them all kind of ways.
These things are so divine. Oh my God.
Yes, they are.
Even pickled. I love doing pickled vegetables as well. Like making your own pickles. Oh my God. Yeah. To make our own pickles are just, I get crazy with the cucumbers. We get crazy with the cucumbers and make our own pickles as well as peppers. So you can basically just go ahead and dice up your onion, and you do want it small. You want all of your ingredients kind of small. I would say more medium, because you want it to have like this hearty texture, which is the other thing most of us don't discuss when we talk about food. We're like, oh, okay, well, it has to taste good. It has to look good. But we don't realize the fact that food is also texture. It's a texture.
Yeah, definitely. Because some texture you could either love, or some texture that you don't.
Yes.
I love okra, but to some people that texture is not palatable.
Yes, you do have to.
So
you do have to make okra a certain way for certain people, and I happen to be one of them. If it's fried, it has to be a certain way. If it's going to be kind of sauteed, slimy, basically slimy.
I like it slimy. I like it slimy.
You like it slimy?
I like it slimy. I don't know why. I grew up with it slimy.
Really?
And I used to mash it all up with everything. I'm that person that would mash everything all up as a kid. Black-eyed peas with the up and all that, and the cornbread, and get the hell down with it.
So you definitely love eating food with your fingers.
Oh yeah, definitely. I love eating. I was introduced to the Middle Eastern food.
Okay.
Had a girlfriend that was Middle Eastern, and then she would take me to these like Moroccan restaurants, and they eat with their fingers. It's just awesome.
Did you learn to cook any of
it? No. I have other talents. There's a couple, one or two things I can do really well, but I leave it to the pros. I leave it to the pros. I mess myself up. Oh shit! Hey, let me. Oh no, we good. Oh God, I thought I left my food on. I'm glad you reminded me of that. Hey, Candace, how we doing? On time. Candace went to lunch.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish chopping these up and just place it inside. Once this again, as I said, this is the work right here, the prep part. This is the prep part.
Oh,
getting
absolutely.
Your onions all diced up and put into the pan and seasoned. That's it. Once you get that in there, it's like, okay, now we just put in the greens. Our kale. You can put spinach as well. as well as anything you want, actually, because I've done this where I put Brussels sprouts in this.
Oh,
it's
wow.
Just really, oh my God. And everyone that, well, Eris especially, let me talk about somebody who's had multiple things in my cooking. Eris loves how the Brussels sprouts absorb the flavors. And depending on how long you cook it for, it will have like a crunchy, kind of crispy, you know, burnt almost taste, you know, in the right places. Okay. So you'll start to smell this. And again, I said to you that I'm not using much oil at all. Everything is going to cook in its own broth. Seasoning, which is really good. And so I'm gonna add in my yellow pepper.
Yeah, all those flavors. It's just incredible.
Oh my God, I wish you could smell it. It's already, oh, it starts smelling so freaking good. If you don't want anyone to know that you're cooking this, you might want to close the kitchen doors.
Exactly.
Seriously, you don't want it to go through your house. You might want to do that because it will go through your house. I enjoy it though. I enjoy it. Even though I still have the kitchen door open as well.
Right. I understand. And you speak about Eris. Will you come around and just let us see your face and say hello?
Yeah, I was
She's so
to start helping you here.
I am here.
Hey, there she go. How you doing?
Smelling delicious. How am I doing? Good, and I'm so excited about this because I just eat it up. I can smell it and everything. Yes.
And I saw you went to the cooking school too. You know, I saw you get
Yes,
out.
I did.
I saw you get down. Yeah.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
And I know that you help run your mother's business.
Yes. I help manage it. You know, I'm her manager, her personal assistant, video editor.
Right.
Yes, exactly. Her
Right.
mama sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes, all of that. It's good.
Well, you know what I love about it is how she's teaching you, you know, and to come up and to your own business and entrepreneurship and teaching you how to do it right. And I think that we need to do more about that. And I see that I see you out there exercising too, both of y'all in the gym doing the yoga. And so I'm so proud of you. You have such a beautiful smile. You're so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, I'm going to have you back to see you do your thing. All right. I'm going to have you back to see you do your thing. Okay. So Candace, where are you at, lady? How we doing on time?
I'm here. I'm enjoying the show. It is
okay. So
we good. We're gonna go over a little bit, Candace. Is that okay?
That is A-okay with me.
Yes, we are. Puerto Rico.
Okay. Now we got both of the beautiful ladies. Look at her daughter. Isn't she beautiful?
Okay, so
they
now
all have green on.
Now I'm going to, because you already brought her in.
Yeah.
That's right.
You've seen
Put
her
her to
video.
work. Put her to work.
Yes, she is coming to where she's going to add in the collards, yeah? And this time, because you can go, of course, you can get them fresh as well, because we do have a garden area, or you can buy them organic, clean, and everything. So she's going to add in the collards. Yeah, I should have shown them that too.
Now this is interesting that you're putting collards in the skillet.
Yes, there we go, baby.
Yeah, I'm kind of ignorant of that fact. Now I would definitely put spinach in there, but I thought it would take. Yeah, I thought it would take collards longer. But cool.
But the thing is about the collards, with spinach, it all shrinks up. Well, at least with collards, it still has more of a volume, no?
Yeah.
So it's good to have,
you do lose a lot with it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so I'm gonna let her basically saute it, flip it over, because the onions, the bell pepper. And definitely, I love this with red onions. Using red onions, I love red onions anyway because of the flavor and how they fuse with food as well. So she's just going to allow it to cook down. Now, again, there's just a little bit of oil So if you feel, because this is your first time cooking it, that, okay, wait a minute, it's like it's sticking, just add a little bit of water to it. You can, if you want to, add a little bit more oil. Yeah, keep going. You can add some really good olive oil to it, just a little, just a little. Let it keep cooking down, and then you use your mixed herbs. This is the only season that I use outside of the Himalayan salt.
Valencia. Herbas, it's like
Herbis Valencia. So I got
a mixed herb.
A mixed herb, yeah.
Okay.
And a basil, oregano, tellino. Yes, all of that. Dill, everything.
Okay, so she's still stirring. We'll add a little bit.
No, you know what?
herb.
Let me tell you something, Yaya. What got me?
Okay.
I can put collard greens in the skillet.
Yes, she
it's
said,
on.
watch how beautiful it is. Okay, so yeah, a little more. Okay, so she's put that in. This are our kale, delicious kale.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna just cut the kale down a little bit, and I'm gonna add that in too. Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Wow. Trust.
Yeah.
You want to get on a plane and come eat this seriously?
I'm coming soon as No, that is the bomb. I didn't know that.
Okay.
I'm doing that in the next few days. Trust and believe.
Okay. So we'll show you. This is what it looks like.
What?
Without the kale. Now we're gonna add the kale.
Okay. Hey fam, I hope y'all are writing this down, man. Checking this out. This is great. This is healing right here. This is medicine. That right there, straight medicine. I love it.
What kind of oil is used?
Kind of oil? Olive oil.
She said olive oil.
Olive oil.
But you can also use almond oil.
Yes, you can use any oil. This is my foods. Most people will realize when they come to have dinner with me or they look at our recipe book, it is a very international way of eating. It's really up to you. You don't have to use, the vegetable oil or this oil. What do you eat? What vibrates with you? Does this make you feel good? Do your family like that? So replace that with that, but you're still having the same meal. It's all about the preparation. And then, of course, you go into the taste of the food and how it's served and texture.
Right.
Okay. So adding in the last bit of...
I can have kale and collard greens in this skillet. What? What?
And I'm going to stop there. And because I know we're running out of time. I'm going to just drizzle some olive oil on top. And of course, you get the one with the spout, so it's not so much dripping all over. And you allow it to cook. I said I'm going to stop because with this, I also have added red cabbage. This gives another taste.
Right.
Okay? So you see her mommy? Yes.
What?
I promise you.
Well, tap it up, girl. This is my show. Tap it up. No, it's my thing. Let me see that. You got cabbage in that too?
Yes.
What?
Okay,
I'm doing this Friday.
No, it's really divine. And for me, I do get to, spring it on Eris and see how, and she's so blunt with what she don't like and do like. So I keep adding.
Now, what is that? Yaya? What is that?
This is the Himalayan salt here.
Oh, okay.
All right. So we're putting on
Candace,
Himalayan salt.
Is this incredible or what? Candace. Oh my God.
Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get that ready because this is all done.
You need to make that for your husband, Candace. Your husband be worshiping you.
I'm gonna try it out later this week.
Me too. I didn't know you can do collard greens in the skillet. That's ignorant.
Oh, that it throws people off, but it's so good. Oh,
look
the
at
other
that.
thing, if you're one that is just starting to, get into kale or collard greens, or if you feel that the texture is not exactly how you want it because you are used to having your collards boiled down, this type of thing.
Yeah, that's all I know.
What you do though is you actually use some vegan or vegetable broth, just a little bit on top of that, and allow it to keep cooking down. And see,
how long? You know what my biggest thing is I like always ask. It's like, well, how long do I do it? How long? Because I don't have any concept of time when it comes to cooking. So when you say cook it down, or say, is it 15 minutes? Is it 20?
Atypically, to get this where it's more cooked down, it's this dish actually takes like 25 minutes to make. 25 minutes. Okay.
Once in the skillet.
Yes.
Not including the prep.
Skillet. Sorry, nope, not the prep. You're about to see now. I'm just gonna let it cook just a little bit more. But facts are, and now everything, as I said, such a quick dish. It is such
I would kill that.
It is such a quick dish, and it's so freaking good for you. It's like
yes, it is.
It's like the other dish that I do, which are the Divine Seven, which are all grains. You know, quinoa, all these. That once your body starts having it, it knows when you're not giving it to it. Like it's requesting. It starts requesting. So this is baby back. It smells so good. Okay, just a little bit more. I think I want to add a little bit more oil. And then
this is incredible.
My little pepper, so we can taste it as well.
I wish I could taste it.
Trust. A little pepper, so we can taste it in a little bit. Can I have that? You can take that below. Okay. So I like to hear it sound like what's this? You know, when something's frying really good and it sounds like
sizzling. Yes.
Like sizzling. There it is.
Sizzling. That's what I'm
I like for it to start, you know, I like to hear that sound. My God. Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Now, is that burner still on high, or did you cut it down?
Is it still on high? Oh no, it's still on high.
Still on high. Okay.
Still on high.
Okay.
Okay, and that's the depth. It's still on high, and for you, it depends. Okay, say you gotta do, I don't know, you gotta do some other things around the house. This is still one of those meals in 25 minutes you can do. You can actually keep it where it's just marinating. Hello, you know, turn it down to a medium heat, and then it'll allow it to get more tender. Again, it's based on how you want to eat it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Since I made our little corn fritters, we want to have this on the side of this. Now I can add, as I said, some vegetable broth to it and make it more soupy. It can turn into a soup. As well.
I like that.
Yeah, I've done this.
I want to make that
as a soup as well. And all you're doing is adding the broth to it. You know, let it sit in the broth the next day. This stuff, it's fierce. I've done it where I've actually used my as well my Vitamix, my blender to make soups. I've taken all of these vegetables after I cooked them, blended, and made a creamy soup. Where now we take our split bread that we toasted and we use it as croutons in the soup. I like food that you can take one meal to another meal.
That's right.
And I can prep all of this in the beginning of the week, all of my peppers, onions, and all that. I have everything ready, and then I can just take out where it's even quicker.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. All right, beloveds. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Can you see that? Can you see that? Yeah?
Oh my God. Oh my, that's it. That's it for me. That's my meal right there.
Yeah.
With some balsamic vinaigrette, I'll slather on that.
Yes, but this is so divine. This is so good. Okay, so we're going to put in a bowl and we're going to do our little taste test. Okay. Lovely. Okay. Can I have a spatula?
Yes, yes, we can.
Okay, now I don't know if most of you out there we use, different, of course, know about lemon and lime that helps bring out flavor.
Oh yes, yes.
If you want it, where now even those flavors are accelerated, squeeze some lime on it.
Yes,
lime
yes,
on
absolutely.
and you can have it on the side of your falafel. This type of thing on side of the falafel is divine as well.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, played it.
Yes, baby. I'm gonna plate it, honey. Actually, I'm gonna put it in the bowl. Okay. I'm gonna put it in the bowl.
Y'all lucky. See, y'all get to eat that while we go ahead. I'm gonna have a bowl of oatmeal. That's just wrong. This is just wrong. It's not cool. This is not cool. I tell you. I need to up my game. Although oatmeal is good. Just saying.
Okay, love.
Look at that.
Okay, so let me put this here too, so you can.
Yes, right.
Fine. We did another one.
Look at that. Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay, so you can kind of see there, yeah? Can you see that?
Look at that. Absolutely wonderful. And look at it. Oh, damn. Great job. YAMAYA.
Okay, so.
Wow. You do not. And look at you. You got some Chinese forks.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah. Is it there? Is it there?
You're gonna try
Taste that fritter.
There.
Taste that fritter.
So
You gotta break off that fritter with it.
Yes.
Let me see the
inside.
texture. Yes, bring it to the camera. Let me see the texture.
Yes.
So put it down.
Like
Right.
this?
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see all the peppers and stuff inside there.
Right. Look at that.
Again.
And again, fam, you can do these fritters with almond flour. So for those that are,
it's delicious.
is it?
You can.
Yes.
That's so sick. That's so sick.
I'm seriously, though, you really should try it, and I know it'll be a surprise.
I'm gonna make that.
It'll be a surprise for most people to put collard greens in a skillet, but divine. It's so freaking divine.
Well, listen, I want to thank you for coming on the show. I think this was an excellent presentation. I want to be able to have you back. I want to be able to talk more about all the others. Look at you now. Where my oatmeal at? Get my oatmeal, y'all. But I'm definitely going to make that. Ladies and gentlemen, the amazing YAMAYA and her daughter, the heiress. And we're going to run a 5-minute, your 5-minute video right now. Give people a look at what you're doing. I want to be able to have you back. And let me say what the most important thing is that I'm proud of you. I am proud of you. And I love you, fam. I love you, fam.
I love you too. And listen, I got to teach you something about that oatmeal. You probably just doing plain oatmeal.
You don't know. Something's coming.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? I want to be able to have you back. Candace, how you feel about the show today? Candace.
Hi, Candace.
Love Candace.
Amazing. I cannot wait to try this recipe this week. I'm going to go get my shopping list later today. So I'm anxious. Thank you so much for all you've imparted on us today.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, love.
All right, y'all be good. Listen, make sure, Candace get back. I want to be able to bring you back. I want to get into this meditation yoga thing. And I also like to invite you to my class, just to show them some things. You know what I mean? It's all about us working together. And I love it. All right. Y'all be safe. All right. Okay, fam, this is the amazing YAMAYA and her heiress with this wonderful dish. Now, what would you call that dish? What would you call that?
Oh no, this is my divine harvest.
Divine harvest.
Divine harvest.
Now the thing, I forgot to say this. The other thing, I call it divine harvest because of course it's good for you, but anybody that grows food, enter and overstands, when the harvest comes in, that means it's time to eat and work, honey. You got to prep what you're about to eat.
Yes.
There you go. Love y'all.
Enjoy your
All right.
divine harvest.
Thank you, darling. Candace, run that video. Bye, y'all.
Oh my God. Oh God. Facts. You shut. Even on speed dial. Not with the phone. Like what?
Okay, we still got them on camera.
You still have us on camera? Oh.
Yeah, y'all be careful because y'all still on camera.
Then you know it's good, huh?
That's true. That's true.
Eat what you want, never go hungry, and still lose weight. Good day, I am YAMAYA Faye, and I would like to officially welcome you to create your own identity and lifestyle. Most of us have some knowledge of how to get into shape and lose weight. Yet what we eat is very important. However, to get the results most people are looking for, you're going to have to eat in the proper stage of your digestion, as that's what matters most. As I started my fitness journey, I realized what I desired to eat necessarily wasn't the problem. It was when I was eating, the preparation of the foods, and my portion sizes. Simply put, taking everything in moderation. In addition to that, most people work out in the wrong stage of their digestion to get the ultimate results. Fats are often a more effective energy source, yet get a bad rap. Therefore, you must know which stages of your digestion you're working out in. The mainstream media is known for telling people to go cold turkey. Yes, it gives you a short-term result, yet the long-term one is nowhere in sight. It's all about making those small changes over time to give you those drastic results. Yes, if you love pizza, you still can have that pizza in combination with the foods that have less calories, leaving you finishing your plate and feeling satisfied. I would like to invite you to get a copy of my book, What the Diet and Fitness Industry Don't Tell You, which will walk you through the entire process, not forcing you to make any changes you're not ready for. Yet starting with eating in the proper stages of your digestion, which will allow you to eat what you want, never go hungry, lose weight, and maintain the weight you desire. Adding certain foods to those meals that cause the junk food cravings or consumption to be less detrimental to your process. Discovering which exercises burns fats and which ones speed up your metabolism. No matter how much we eat, our bodies are malnutritioned. By eating the right things with the foods you crave, you will give your body what it needs to help you kill those junk food cravings. Just like anything else in life, losing weight and maintaining the weight you desire takes skill. You weren't born knowing how to walk, talk, or even drive a car, were you? As these were skills we developed when we needed them. It amazes me how many important things the mainstream media doesn't tell you about losing weight and getting into shape, as there are countless testimonies where many have struggled for years because they didn't grasp the knowledge that you'll find in my book. After doing countless research, studying doc books, reading scientific research studies, I have finally mastered the skill myself, and I would love to share this knowledge with you in a way that is simple to follow and easy to comprehend. Just think, had you known this information before, can you imagine how much better your life would be? Well, think if you do nothing. So, I'm inviting you to claim your copy of What the Diet and Fitness Industry Don't Tell You, just for $2.97. And I suggest the audiobook for you that are on the go. You can select the option and upgrade just for $7. So, what you need to do right now is click on the button or fill out the order form below this video, and we'll give you immediate access to what the diet and fitness industry don't tell you. I look forward to hearing how the knowledge in this book has changed your life.